Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Amy. Today's video is all about the stages of a relationship, the stages that we have to go through in our relationships if they are to evolve and ultimately be long-lasting, healthy relationships. So the first stage is infatuation. You will definitely be able to relate to this stage no matter how long or deep or how many relationships you've been in. The infatuation stage is that beginning phase, that honeymoon phase where they can't do anything wrong. You're just feel, bathed in their light of admiration. You just love everything about them. You're super interested in them. But this period only lasts for a short time. It can be anything from half an hour to 3 months usually. Then we move on to the phase which is all around self-acceptance. So this phase is where we start seeing things about that person and showing things about ourselves that maybe are not as lovable as we'd like, or we are just not in a place where we really love that part of ourselves. So you start to notice things that you might not like about them. You start to notice yourself making judgments about your own behaviour. You might have some reactive behaviour. You might be triggered and you start to see their reactive behaviour, and this is where you make judgments about that. Sometimes our baggage might come up, we project onto that person our insecurities, and this is the stage where most relationships, if they're not right, will not continue. And to move through this phase, this is where you notice that about your partner and within yourself, and you accept it, and you decide if that's okay with you. And one of the biggest and most difficult things that I help my clients with is that self-acceptance part. Can you accept that you're a work in progress too? Our relationships bring up so much stuff for us, and the gift of relationships really is that we can learn about ourselves. And so can you see your stuff reflected back in that person? Can you witness your reactive behaviour when you're triggered, and the emotions and the pain and the things that this brings up for you, and be okay with that and accept that you're on a journey and you're human and it's okay? And do the same for that person as well. And when you can both do this, you move into a place of stillness and reflection, the third phase, where really when you're triggered, you start to move out of this reactive behaviour and respond in a better way, in a more heartfelt way, and take ownership of those old wounds, which is not so easy to do. And you are then with your partner by invitation and desire and want rather than need. This is when you start to meet your own emotional needs, and when you do that, you open yourself up to be able to have your emotional needs met by your partner, but it's a bonus and not a need. And this creates this healthy partnership where you're both equal and you're both inviting and walking on this journey together in that relationship. And then what can happen as this goes on, your relationship will keep evolving and it will keep going through these stages. Normally after this stillness and reflection, you've learned something about yourself, you've learned something about them, you've grown and moved forward from that, and then you go back into infatuation with that same person, and then more stuff comes up as time goes on, and then you learn to accept that and work on it, and then you enter back into stillness and reflection and take ownership of those wounds, move through them and move back into infatuation. And this is how the process continues to move and evolve. So I help people in their relationships. I help people manifest love and belonging and connection through their relationships, mainly because it was an area I struggled in a lot myself. So if you'd like to find out more, you can check out some of the links below and have a consultation with me, or just check out some of my other stuff. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks very much for watching.